Hey guys, just a quick blog here. I basically got behind last week on the Zbrush character, and so if you don't update the site in a week, they will give you a warning. There's a lot of anatomy studies and stuff like that, and I have to get into that. So being an artist is more sophisticated than people actually think. There's a Da Vinci actually Leonardo da Vinci was one of the first artists that actually dissected a cadaver. And so, as an artist, you actually have to know the different muscles. And I don't really go, heavy into it, like the tibia, the femur, and the lumbars, and all that stuff. The lumbars. Well, I don't really go too far. I just know what they are. It gets to be very technical. So a lot of people, they. I was in Radio Shack the other day, and this guy said, "Yeah, this guy wanted an easy job." So they get into certain jobs because they think it's easy, and they think just drawing pictures. But there's a lot more than meets the eye. And so I said that as a precursor because I'm about to start defining the character. And so, like I said, I got behind because last week I had been dealing with my video card that never worked, and I finally got it work. And I had my camera upgraded. I did some photo. I finally picked up on some Photoshop things that I was missing. Just a huge amount of stuff, and and I did some motion tracking. So as you can see from my last video, which was what's the name of it? Captain Command Control Center. I spoke about a lot of the different processes that I've been going through over the last several years. I do have some background in life drawings. Yes, nude models. So I mean, it's kind of funny because I still approach people. Would you model nude for me? That's my job. It's like it's no different from. When you're drawing, it's no different from peeling a pear. Really, it's like drawing an apple. It doesn't make a difference. What the subject is. It's like technically you're dealing with. Actually, the person in front of me looks more like this. So so what I wanted to do is share like what I do. I have this character. I've just basically been building out the cage and all the things that goes involved into dealing with that. And so I have a certain amount of flair, a certain amount of style, and how I like to do it. And so just to show you, you can pull points and make him look any way you want. And so, actually, that doesn't look bad. I would do that, but I like he's a superhero, so I like to keep the shoulders kind of broad, um, and so and it's very statuesque. I used to look like this. I'm not lying. No, actually, just joking. Anyway, so so it's a very comic book hero stance, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just a rough. And so what happens next is I subdivide it. But I had to. I'm working with the new program. There's some different things like you used to, like this tool, like the move tool used to be here. So you would move it here, okay, and then let's say here, okay. So you would move it like this, all right, and whatever, and and so then now they got a new tool. It's called the transpose tool, and then that is kind of difficult to manage, work with sometimes. But what you do is mask off different parts of his body, and then draw this, and then it allows you to. And the thing about it is, you really have to mask it off, and sometimes it works the way I want it to work, and there you go. So you work with the geometry, and there's ways to really bring it out. Okay, so and it has so the rhythms of the body, the style, and everything else is pretty much my own creation, and this started off from a very basic mesh that you start off with Z spheres in order to create. So you start off, I actually started off with something like this, and let's hit X. I don't know what it's doing right now. It feels weird. But you know, you build the character like this. And so that's how I started off. And then you turn it into a mesh. Okay. You hit so like I say, last week I got behind because I was doing so much with that last video, and what I was doing was just go back. So what I was doing was working with, like I say in my last video, I was working with motion capture, motion tracking, and motion control. I worked with a camera rig, and so I was really happy. See, this part I can't move, but this part I can because it's mask. So you gotta kill a mask in order to move it. So here's this, and what I do next is subdivide this, and so you divide it again, and you start to really build out the form. That's what I have to do next. I'm at the last part of my studies, and I'm just really you know, I'm really just not. So here you go here. I'm not really, you know, it's wearing on me now. You know, I've been through a lot these last 7 years, and I think that I'm just, you know, tired now, you know. So, anyway, I didn't mean to go off of that, you know. Anyway. So this is the ideal of what I'm just rattling while just rattling while I'm working here. So anyway, you keep dividing it and subdividing it until you get something that you really like. And so I got a lot more work ahead of me, but just keep working on it. So at least I'm in the contest. I'm still in the running. Trying to pull out the anatomy of this character, and pretty much I'm doing this, you know, just by how I feel it, and it's a bit of my own understanding. I'm not very familiar with the interface yet, so I have a lot to do there, as far as you know, still understanding the interface and getting it to, you know, operate the way I like. You know, there's certain things like I don't really like the fact that this tool is hidden underneath all of these menus here. So I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and how it's going to go, and I'll just keep defining it, subdivide, and the more I subdivide, the smoother and the more work I try to make it look better and better, and to bring it up, start to bring the sculpt out and bring the form out. Okay, so okay, thanks for joining me, and just wanted to give you an update on what's going on here. Okay, bye. Love you all.